Hey guys, Sophia here with Turquoise Toffee, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2024 Olympia wellness results, and this was certainly surprising. Wow, I think everybody is pleasantly surprised, maybe a little sad for Francielle, but it was a beautiful top 5. Everybody looked amazing, and man, was it ever close between them. And now, as for next year's Olympia, this year's top 3 will be automatically qualified, and then anyone who wins an open division contest within the qualification period will also be qualified. So our top 3 get their automatic ticket to next year's Olympia. And as for my predictions, I loved reading your comments on the prediction video. I think I did a pretty good job. Everyone that I had in the top 6 made it. I only had one girl, Eduarda, that I was missing from the top 7. And even most of my other picks made it into the placings. Only one girl ended up in 16th. So pretty awesome. And I loved reading those comments. You guys knew Eduarda was going to do well. So bravo. So here is the wellness scorecard. In first place, Isabel. Second, Francielle. Third, Eduarda. Fourth, Alyssa. And fifth, Giselle. And look at the numbers, you guys. It was so close. 1 point difference between them. It could have gone either way, but how exciting for Isabel that she finally gets her turn. And it's pretty exciting for wellness overall. Francielle has been the reigning champion the entire time. So a little bit of new life into the wellness division. All right, so here's Giselle in 5th. My gosh, she looked amazing. The first thing that caught my attention was the shape of her glute in this front pose. This shelf she has on top, my gosh, so much height, so much width in the back pose. It's unreal how wide she is in these glutes. Her silhouette is just amazing, and she's got great conditioning. The line coming down her leg, the detail in the back leg, down by the kneecap. Her abs look gorgeous, really flat and smooth, nice ab definition, tiny waistline, and a great lat. Just a beautiful overall shape. You're seeing that nice wide shoulder into the very narrow stomach, and man, what a great width to the glute. I love the red suit. I love the red lip. I love her tan. I love the gloss and the sheen and just how highlighted her hip was. She was just unreal. I thought I couldn't take my eyes off of her. If I could make one suggestion, though, I would do something a little different with the hair. I think she could have run her fingers through these curls, not had this second layer of curls up here. And I also would have made it a little bit shorter. I think she could have shown off her tiny waistline in the back a little bit more and had less of a line across the top of her glutes. Just let us see the curves, let us see the small waist, and don't have the extra curls in the hair. Just one nice, long, thick, dense, beautiful length of hair. But I think she just did amazing. 5th place in this crazy stacked lineup is unreal, and she's gorgeous. All right, next in 4th, Alyssa. Wow, she also looked beautiful. And the first thing that I noticed on her that really caught my attention was the angles. I love how the delts and the glute and the glute hem tie-in just created this really nice shape. I don't know, my eye was really drawn in this X kind of a design over her physique. The curve of her shoulder, the curve of the glute, and that beautiful line into the glute hem tie-in. I just thought it was a fabulous look. She's so narrow in her back pose, the shoulders, the waistline, very slim, beautiful long legs. I thought her quads looked really long and lean. The inside of her thighs had a beautiful length. She's just got gorgeous angles, gorgeous lines, extremely small waistline, really nice curve to her silhouette, great definition coming into the quad, nice obliques. I thought she looked beautiful. Her suit color was gorgeous. It was nice to see not a red suit. Everyone was wearing red, it seemed, in the top. So she stood out for that reason. Her tan looks beautiful. Her posing was very nice, very sleek, very professional, no shaking, no nerves. She just looked amazing. I do think, though, that she could have done something a little different with her hair as well. I would have definitely loosened up these curls and just had a little bit more density into the hair so you don't see the skin through. There's just no need for it. I think having just the delts poking out and then the tiny waistline showing in the bottom is the most flattering look for the back of the hair, rather than having these kind of tendrils falling down. And then I do feel when I look at her in the lineup with the other girls, she could have a little bit more width into the glutes, more roundness into the widest part, and just to get a bit more of that really extreme exaggerated shape. Even in the front pose here, I felt that her quads could have a little bit more of that really rounded curve. But I'm super impressed by her physique, by her posing, by her overall presentation, and I think she looks amazing. All right, next in third is Eduarda. This was such a pleasant surprise for me. I think she looked beautiful, and she absolutely belonged in this top call out. My goodness. Just gorgeous. Love the red lip with the red suit. Her hair is a stunning color, really vibrant and bright. It's a nice length in the back. I really like her curls and the density of the hair. It allows you to see the delts, that nice tiny waistline, and it just kind of, highlights the glutes. It skims right at the very top of the suit and allows you to see the beautiful curves on the top of her glutes. It's gorgeous. However, I'm not a fan of the hair in the front when she's posing in the front poses. I don't like the hair covering the lats here. I think it's hiding her shape. You don't get to see that really nice triangular upper body. And in this one, it's covering the delt completely. So I would absolutely take the hair to the back. You can brush it off the shoulder and just allow us to see that beautiful upper body development. I know wellness isn't about the upper body, but I still want to see her overall silhouette. Now, with that said, she looks amazing. She's got an extremely small waistline with beautiful definition, great curves into the glute, into the hamstring, nice quad sweep. I really like the curve of this front leg here. The back of her legs look really fabulous. Nice curves into her inner thighs, some good definition around the adductors. I did think, certainly watching the live stream, that the definition right around the tie-ins could have been a little deeper, a little sharper, especially the sides here. Just if it could have been a bit easier to see, I would have loved it. Just a tiny bit more. So a little tiny bit more conditioning to really show off the outline of the glutes. But that's about it. I thought everything else about her looked amazing. Great posing, great overall style, and really exciting to see her crack the top 3. Just amazing. All right, next in second place, very surprising, Francielli. Wow. She looked beautiful. I don't think she did anything wrong. It was so close, 1 point. Some of the judges had her for the win, and you can see why. She's just beautiful. She's got so much size. She's got great curves, beautiful detail with the conditioning in her hip, down the leg, great fullness into this hamstring. I love in the front pose how curvy and big her quad is. You see that nice curve to her glute. I find Francielli does a really good job of highlighting that triangular shape in the upper body. Again, I know it's not about the upper body, but I still want to see the beautiful curve of the delts and that nice shape to draw your eye into that V and let you see the curve of the back, the glute, the delts. She's just stunning. Great at posing. And I think in particular, her walk to the back is gorgeous. Her glutes, her legs, the way she moves her hair, everything about her walk is just amazing. I did find that this arm could have been a little less curved. It just caught my attention, and I don't know why it needed to be rounded. I think she could just let it fall a little bit more naturally and not curve at the elbow. And the other thing that caught my eye on the live stream, so if anyone was there in person and can comment on if it was noticeable in real life, she seemed to have like a vein going straight across her stomach. You can kind of see it in this picture. I'm not sure whether it was just she was so lean, but it was a little bit distracting to me. I can't imagine that made a huge difference, but it is something that I noticed. And even in these photos, I find the tan could have been a little bit nicer on her stomach in particular. But maybe that's just the way the photo is catching and the light. But in the live stream, I think she looked just gorgeous. Her hair is beautiful, her suit, the makeup, her legs, the gloss, the sheen on her hip, like everything about her is amazing, and definitely a surprise that she made it into second place, but certainly it was a good top 5. All right, now in first place, this is so exciting, Isabel. So 1 point and she did it. And it is really such an achievement. She looked amazing. And I think particularly when you look at these pictures, her conditioning stands out. The line coming down her leg, that groove in her hip, the tininess of her waistline, but also the smoothness. That's something I really notice. The tightness of her skin, the sleek overall silhouette. There's no wrinkles, there's no lines, there's no imperfections. She's just perfect. Really nice overall silhouette. And the conditioning is just enough to really show off and showcase that little bit of detail by the kneecap, at the top of the quad. Gorgeous. Nice outlining of the delts. And then you get to the back pose and it's stunning. Her hair is so flattering. It's dense and thick, but coming right to the perfect length to not obstruct the glutes whatsoever, but also to show off a little bit of the delts and the waistline. Then her glutes have an amazing width, great outlining all the way around. The tie-ins are super clear, really nice quad sweep coming through, and just a little bit of definition down into the hamstrings. It's just impressive. And what I felt when she was moving, her lower body is mesmerizing. I could not look away. The way that her muscles were really showing because of the conditioning and the tan and the gloss, the movements just were elegant and beautiful. So I definitely was struck by her. The lower body caught my eye. The upper body was beautiful, of course, as well, but that lower body really grabbed my attention, and I think she just looked amazing. She has such a tiny, small waist, beautiful skin, beautiful poise and presentation, and she did everything right. So it was a great win for her. Now, when I look at the lineup, the clearest photo that I could find didn't have Giselle, so I added Giselle on the side for you guys. Everybody looks beautiful. Some amazing glutes. Wow. That S curve, the small waistlines, the flat stomachs, really tiny in the midsection. Everybody is gorgeous, but certainly you can see Isabel had just a little bit more conditioning than anybody else. That groove in her hip, that bit of detail coming through on the back leg, very tight midsection, and not a single line or wrinkle or anything wrong with her skin. It's just perfectly smooth. I think Francielli, not quite as smooth into that silhouette. You're seeing a little bit more of the lines here. And I also felt that her legs were too close together. The quad sweep is blocking and hiding everything about the back leg. If she had separated the foot a little further out, we would have seen more of that quad. We would have seen more of the hamstring. So I like the way that Isabel, Eduarda, Giselle, and Alyssa are posing. It allows you to see more of that back leg. But Francielle has a great size. Her quad sweep is beautiful. She's got the most triangular shape into the upper body. But I think Isabel just had such a smoothness about her, and her conditioning really stood out. Giselle also had some pretty amazing conditioning, beautiful size into the legs, great color, that deepness in her tan. Eduarda, the glutes stand out for sure. I love all the red suits, but I think it was a really special, magical moment for Isabel, and you definitely were drawn to her. And then in the back pose, my gosh, Francielle's glutes are so wide and full, and they go down low into the back of her legs. Those tie-ins are so clearly outlined. Great width, great size, beautiful quad sweep. Isabel beside her also really clearly outlined. The full glute is so beautiful. Great height, great width, the nice curve and roundness at the top, beautiful curves into the inside of the legs, and just a little bit of that hamstring definition coming through. I love it. Here's where I feel Alyssa is a little bit more narrow than the other girls. I think she could have a bit more of that width into the top of the glutes in particular. Eduarda, here's where I think you can see she could have had a little bit more of that outlining, just a tiny bit deeper in the conditioning on the side of the glutes, right down by the glute ham tie-ins in particular. Giselle, beautiful definition, really nice smoothness, but I do think the hair was just a tiny bit too long here. So my gosh, I can totally see why it could have gone either way between Isabel and Francielle. They are both gorgeous. They both have great features, but I think it was just a special night for Isabel. She had everything just aligned in her favor, and beautiful skin, beautiful smoothness, great silhouette, perfect conditioning, and lovely, mesmerizing posing. So a great win for her. And of course, that means that Isabel, Francielle, and Eduarda are automatically qualified for next year's Olympia. So you guys, I still have one more recap coming your way, bikinis. So make sure you subscribe, give me a like if you like this video, comment your thoughts below, and come find me. I'm on Instagram at turquoise toffee.